Wait, what? What?
What's
What?
going on?
I didn't have a microphone on. Let me start this again.
Oh my God!
Welcome back to the Underground Sports Gaming Podcast. It's your boy Brian James. We got Philly guy, we got Snipes, and we're about to do this, man. So, what's good with you guys, man? Long time.
Man, it's been a cool.
Hey,
minute.
You see this phoniness up here? I thought you were a Jets fan, bro.
I am a Jets fan, but where am I from? What's my name? Philly guy. That's right. And what happened in Philly?
I'm glad they censoring that BS. On your you see what we got to deal with, Snipes?
Shout out to Justin Fields. Let's go, baby. Let's go. It took him too long to come around, baby. It took him too long to come around. But Aaron Glenn, I knew you was gonna do it. I knew you wasn't gonna let me down. Welcome, Justin Fields. You should have been here years ago. But anyway, we here now.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
You finished or you done?
You finished or you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Awesome. Well,
get at me, Joy Taylor.
She seems to be getting at everybody. It's not even special anymore.
Wow.
She's not the same.
That's how we starting. That's how we getting back to this.
I guess so.
That's what we doing.
The milk's gone bad. You know what I mean?
Oh man, and I know it hurts him to say that.
Yeah, I do, man. It do, because that was it. That was the one. Yeah. And then come to find out, that lets you know that they all got a price tag. All of them. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to the point of things. NFL free agency, man, is going down right now, and teams are going crazy. Pittsburgh went crazy. They went all in on DK Metcalf. They let a couple guys go. They got Darius Slay today. Bosa. Chargers let Bosa go. They re-signed Khalil Mack.
Went on to Buffalo.
Buffalo. Bosa headed to Buffalo. You know, it's a lot of different players heading to different places.
Yeah.
And I'm anxious to see, like, what happens in the next few days. You know, we're waiting to see where Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson lands, because that determines what to expect in the draft, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. How you guys feeling about it?
It's nice.
Well, I can talk about my two squads right now. All right. I can talk about the Giants first. I like what they did defensively. I really do. Mm-hmm. I like what they did defensively. But right now, we still only have Tommy DeVito as a quarterback for the Giants. We got Tommy DeVito right now as a quarterback for the Giants. So I don't know. I mean, and I guess B. James, you alluded to me that the Titans have already said that they are keying in on Cam Ward, right?
Yeah, they're all in on Cam Ward right now.
Okay, so I get a lot of people asking about Shedeur Sanders. You know what I'm saying? At the number 3 pick.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. BJ's, we talked off air, and I personally think the Giants should try to trade down with somebody and see if they could just get Jackson Dart, possibly. You know what I mean? I think they should try to trade down. I don't know if we got the guys up there yet to help out. Defensively, the Giants, I think, are going to be fine. It's just the offense that's an issue. And you know what? Philly got something on right now with this sweatshirt, all right? So it brought me to something that I got to discuss before I let y'all go, all right?
Okay.
And it's a little bit of a rant, B. James. It's a little bit of a rant.
Okay.
How in the F, I ain't gonna cuss, how in the F can you give Darius Slayton 3 years, $36 million, but you couldn't give Saquon Barkley that type of money. Can y'all talk to me about that a little bit? Like, where was the thinking in that situation? You couldn't give Saquon that money. You was going crazy not to give him that money.
Mm-hmm.
But now today, with no quarterback, you give Darius Slayton 3 years, $36 million with 22 guaranteed. So, please, Philly, can you explain that to me, please?
Yeah.
Please do.
There you go. That's it. I just did. I explained it to you. Right there. Nothing is.
You can't explain it.
I can explain it. I can
say you don't say anything. You don't say nothing.
I can explain it. All right, so this is what happens.
Please do.
Dan Blood, go to Man Underground and hit the wait list tab so we can get you in there. I think we got like 2 teams that's about to open up. So if you want to get in, now is the time to do so. If you want to get in for the next season, we got it. We're still going in with the Madden and the college. So yeah, we'll get you in there. But yeah, so if MadUnderground.com and click on the waitlist tab.
Please explain, V. James. I'm trying to understand.
Okay, so look, this is my thing. This is my thing. We had DK Metcalf reset the market, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got the big contract. So everybody else that's asking for money is gonna, either if they're not his caliber of receiver, they're gonna be falling right underneath that.
Mm-hmm.
We had what's the receiver from the Titans, the Texans receiver? He's washed up now. He was on the Titans. Came from the Texans.
Oh wait, Hopkins.
Yeah, Hopkins. You know.
Oh, DeAndre Hopkins. Okay.
Yeah. Bernard Hopkins.
He's on the Ravens now.
Bernard Hopkins. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins.
Where's this Bernard coming from?
He might as well be Bernard. He played the Super Bowl like Bernard. He played the Super Bowl like Bernard Hopkins. They had the audacity to say people was calling him washed up. He's the washed up. Oh, I'm washed up, you know, and then play like he was washed up in the Super Bowl. But yeah, he's going to the Ravens. He got a little bit of money. But we know that's where receivers go to die. Baltimore. When you're in your last leg, you go to Baltimore, play one season, and then you retire after that. So that'll probably be the last we see of Hopkins. You know what I mean? But as far as the money go, DK reset the market, and that changes everything for everybody now, especially receivers. So that's how I feel about it.
Well, all right. So let me get this straight though. Let me get this straight, because I mean, obviously now, especially after the Super Bowl, Saquon basically he did it for the running backs as far as the money now. You think?
No, yeah.
Running backs should get paid again.
No, they should, because
at this point.
Let's put it like this: every good quarterback, every young quarterback needs a running back to lean on.
Yeah.
We saw what it did for Lamar Jackson this year.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Prime. Definitely needs a true number one receiver in Baltimore, but I don't think Hopkins is that guy. But Barkley definitely reset the market for the running backs. I don't know, but the thing is, it was Barkley number one, and it was maybe a couple notches down. You had Derrick Henry. You had a couple notches down. Who else was running the ball like them though? Who else was getting busy in the run game like Derrick?
Like them two? No, nobody. Not like them.
They definitely set themselves apart as far as the caliber of running backs.
Apart completely.
Yeah, so it's not many running backs out there that deserve that kind of money, but he will get that payment will get a lot of other running backs paid that may not even deserve it. They gave Christian McCaffrey all that money. Where's he at? He's not even.
He's forever injured.
He's always injured. He still gets paid. He still gets the big contract.
Yeah.
Bijan got off a little bit. But he's still on a rookie contract, so they don't have to worry about him for a while. So, But outside of those, maybe those three guys, there aren't really guys just out there just killing the game like oh man, like game changers. Like Derrick Henry's a game changer.
Yeah,
Saquon Barkley can change a game.
Yeah,
it's not many backs in the NFL right now that I would consider that are getting the ball or changing games in the way that they've changed the game right now. So, do Saquon deserve the payment? Yeah, he deserved that. The Giants should be sick that they didn't pay him that money.
Yeah.
So, especially if they're giving Darius Slayton that kind of money, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of the fans are talking about. Like after they paid Slayton, that's what a lot of fans were discussing. Like, how can you pay Slayton this kind of money, but you really overthought about Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
And what he did. You know what I mean?
Look, Snipes. Okay, look. Honestly, it ain't even about Slayton. I don't even know why Giants fans is living in the past. Y'all know damn well when the decision was made to pay Daniel Jones instead of Saquon Barkley, you know what that was. You know what time it was. And it ain't got nothing to do with Slayton.
No, nobody's saying it had anything to do with Slayton. But my whole point, listen. But my whole point to the matter is, you didn't bat an eye to give him that money, but you batting 10 eyes to give Saquon that type of money.
Man.
When Saquon was the guy that gelled everything together completely.
Yeah, but you had to choose. That's why I'm saying you know what it is. They had to choose between Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley.
But they made that choice the year before.
Yeah.
Now you still, but at the end of the day, still now, at the time when they were able to sign him, why not give him that money? You know what I'm saying? Why not give him that bread at that time?
Yeah.
No.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
It was the Daniel Jones show. They felt like he was replaceable. You know that. You know that. You know that's what the message was out there. Was that Daniel Jones is the one that got us to the playoffs, not Saquon. We can get another running back.
Well, I don't know who you talk
get a quarterback.
I don't know who you talk to in regards to that, because I damn sure didn't think that he was the one that got us there. I knew it was Saquon that got us there.
We saw the Giants on Hard Knocks. We saw exactly how it all went down. We saw how it all went.
The owner had to be so pissed.
We saw how it all went down. So it's not even a matter of did Saquon deserve the money.
Oh, he absolutely deserved it.
The GM is an idiot. Let's just put it like that.
Facts.
The GM is an idiot.
Idiot. Straight up.
Like if you
I want him gone to this day. I don't care what he did right now.
There is nothing you can do to recover from the year that Saquon had, and knowing that you had him on your roster, or you had him in your.
The man went. Yo, B. James. The man went to Philly, put Philly on his back. Mm-hmm. Put Philly on his back and won a Super Bowl. Yeah. Bottom line is, and I guarantee you the Maras are looking at them like, well, they already told him. He already told them that you better at least get these boys to the postseason this year, or it's a wrap for y'all. Y'all gone.
But you don't have.
You know what I'm saying? I think they should be gone anyway. You need the GM and the coach. They should both be gone.
I wouldn't say the coach. I would say the GM.
I'm gonna say the coach.
The GM for sure. Because you gotta think about it. He got Daniel Jones paid. The coach got Daniel Jones paid. Whatever
he did.
The coach, whatever he did in that first year he was there, had them believing that they would be okay with Daniel Jones.
Yep.
So it's not the coach's fault. It's not the coach's fault.
Did his job.
He did his job. He got Daniel Jones paid. Yep. Daniel Jones should be kissing his ass right now, because that man got you paid. The way he schemed you up to make you look like a decent quarterback, got you paid. It also got you another second chance with the Colts right now.
Yeah, definitely did.
So that's my thing. So in my opinion, was Daniel Jones the problem? No, he was one of the problems. He wasn't the biggest problem.
Oh, the biggest problem, especially with the offense, is the offensive line.
Offensive line. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Offensive line is the problem.
It didn't matter who you had back there or who was the quarterback, who was the coach. With that O-line, you're not doing anything. Did they address?
Which kind of segues in now to what I was talking about. You know, with Shedeur Sanders in number 3.
Yeah.
If they don't take care of the offensive line, they're gonna annihilate this kid.
Well, this is the thing. Shedeur should. If I'm the Giants, we seen we can do without an O-line already. Mm-hmm. He had one of the worst O-lines the last 2 years in college football. So he's used to playing under duress. A lot of these guys come in and you put them in that situation, they're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna look like deer in the headlights. But I feel like Shedeur is the best fit for New York because he's used to playing under duress.
I just feel like, because I agree with you as far as, you know, playing with a bad offensive line, you know, in college the last 2 years. I agree with you. But I just think that
he did that without a run game.
From college to the NFL,
Colorado did not have a run game.
It's two different beasts. You know what I'm saying?
Colorado did not have a run game. You guys had a solid run game last year. I will say that. You guys didn't have the worst run game in the league, in the NFL.
Oh no! I got
the Giants.
He stepped up. He did some things.
They can run the ball.
I was happy about that.
They get them a running back. Get Shedeur Sanders, the running back. Try to do what they can do with the O-line. Put together a makeshift O-line for the year until next year, and then see what they can do. But like I said, it's a lot of teams. In my opinion, I feel like everybody's in a good position in the NFL right now. Every team is in a good position.
As of right now, yeah.
Based on all the moves that were made the past few days, like I was like I said, I've been impressed with what the Bears have done. The Bears went out and got it. They revamped the O-line, addressed the D-line situation, and things like that. You don't need to do much with the receiver situation because they already got receivers. They got tight ends. They got the defense wasn't bad, and I think they made it better. So
hey, you see what the Chiefs did now too, right?
Yeah, they
immediately went for the offensive line. They was not playing.
You have to address the line because what happened was, I think everybody saw in the Super Bowl that the Eagles' defense is a monster. It's a monster. There's nothing you can do with that front seven.
They should have beat him the first time.
They didn't have the other guy the first time.
Very true, but
they didn't have that. They didn't have that second bulldog the first time. Keep that in mind. They didn't have that second bulldog. They had the first bulldog, the big guy. They had the they get this. They need to get that second one in that rotation. They used Fletcher Cox last time. Them old Fletcher Cox versus that young boy Carter. Something totally different out there. So I like it. I like that monster D line that the Eagles got right now. Things like that. They got rid of a lot of pieces though. They got rid of their safety. They got rid of Darius Slay. I think Slay. They're not going to really be hurting without Slay.
They're not gonna be hurting without Slay.
Nah. Marcus Williams also got cut today from the Ravens. So I think that makes for an interesting piece in somebody's defense. So we'll see how that pans out. But which was the most impressive move made by any team the last few days?
Justin Fields.
Really?
Do you have any idea how big the Justin Fields?
Who's your offensive coordinator? Who's your offensive coordinator?
He was the passing coordinator for Detroit.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember his name. But let me tell you why. Because the Jets had a chance to draft Justin Fields, and they went with Zach Wilson. And y'all know I was upset about that. Just like you know I was upset they should have drafted Brock Bowers last year. You know what I mean? The fact that they made that move to go get him, they are acknowledging that everything that happened the last 4 years was not canon. It was fake. It was a bad dream. And they are telling everybody, you know what? We should have drafted them in the beginning. We didn't do it. We're getting them now. Maybe Garrett Wilson. We're going to build around them. We're going to figure out what to do with Brees. Maybe they trade him. Who knows? I don't know. They got two nice running backs behind them. But I'm saying that as far as an organization goes, that historically, has refused to start a black quarterback. They got him and Tyrod Taylor. So I know these ain't the same old New York Jets.
Well, they had what's the quarterback that came from the Dolphins that you guys? He was like a backup for the Dolphins. He came to the Jets, played 1 year.
Really?
You know his name.
Really?
He was a pretty. He was a good quarterback. He's black. He's a black quarterback. He played for the Jets. You know.
Really? No. All I'm saying is, and this goes back to Snipes' point, goes back to your question. Okay, when you look at all the teams, you look at all the free agents and where they went. Okay, everybody is starting to even out the playing field. They're starting to get the pieces that they need to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know when the Steelers had Antonio Brown,
Ray Lucas, that's his name. Ray Lucas is great.
I'm not counting Ray Lucas. I'm just saying Ray Lucas wasn't even supposed to be starting. I'm just saying he was a backup. He just happened to start.
He balled out
because Chad got hurt. I'm just saying it's just different. Okay, Justin Fields is better than Ray Lucas. No disrespect, but that's just what I believe. All I'm saying is you see what the Steelers have done. You saw what they were able to do with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, and they didn't even really have any real receivers. We talked about Mike Williams, right? The Jets traded him to the Steelers. He didn't really show out. Okay? And who knows what Pickens is going to be doing? Nobody knows. But you got Metcalf now. So if you do bring back Russell Wilson, he's got history with him. He's got history with the offense.
Russell Wilson is not. He doesn't have the personality to handle Pickens and DK Metcalf's personality together.
Man, look, you think Aaron Rodgers does?
No.
You think Aaron Rodgers does? That's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, look, run it back with Russ.
But I do think that they would respect Aaron Rodgers more than they would respect Russell Wilson for some reason. I don't know why. But me personally, I think Russell Wilson would be the best fit for the Steelers to go back to the Steelers. I think Aaron Rodgers would be a better fit in New York. But
as a Giant,
you know,
with their offensive line being worse than the Jets, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
My question is, what is Detroit going to do, and how does it feel to be a San Francisco 49er fan, even though they're in Santa Clara? I'm just saying.
Hey, San Francisco is...
They got stripped for parts, bro.
They did get stripped for parts. They don't have anything.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Offensively, they're not bad, though.
I mean, they can't stop nobody, especially because Devontae went to the Rams, and you know the Rams have a great coaching staff.
Yeah, they do.
In the Cardinals, they faded in the second half. Sorry, Snipes, you know it's true. They'll get off to a great start, and then they'll fade for whatever reason. But I'm just saying, as far as what we saw last year, and we saw the pieces that were added, Diggs got hurt. He didn't make an impact on the Texans. Texans was sneaky. They were sneaky. You know, they got themselves another receiver that can push the ball down the field. I like the Texans. I like what they've done. We all knew Minnesota was going to move on from Sam Darnold. I'm fine with that.
How you feel about them getting rid of Laramie Tunsil though in Houston?
That's gonna affect them. I think that's gonna affect them.
Is it though? Because I mean, they can draft a tackle.
Not a Tunsil.
But it's gonna be a Laramie Tunsil.
I'm just saying, like, look. It's like when the Chiefs let Tyreek Hill go, right? You can't keep everybody. So if you look at the decisions that they made, they let Diggs go, right? You know, he just didn't play. And Tunsil, hey man, if you can replace anybody and you got your young quarterback and you building your young squad, you can replace the left tackle. I don't know what other positions that you think you're going to be able to get in this draft based on your success the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you're looking for offensive linemen, you pretty much know which teams are going to be looking for offensive linemen. You know the Giants are going to have to make a decision about a quarterback. So you already know they might be looking forward to moving back, just like Snipe said, right? So I'm saying the Texans have a better opportunity to draft an offensive lineman. And I get it. You know, they got a game plan and it's worked. They've been to the playoffs 2 years in a row.
I'll tell you one of the surprising signings for me that I actually think is going to bolster their offense tremendously, and that's the Broncos getting Evan Ingram. That's a big deal for them. That's a big deal for them. Yeah. I mean, but let's not forget that this is a playoff team already. You know what I'm saying? They made the playoffs. Yeah, they didn't do anything in the wild card. Yes, they played Buffalo, a hot Buffalo squad. But at the end of the day, that team, man, look, they are gonna be a force to be reckoned with. So I mean, you still got Mahomes over there in the West. You know, they're trying to bolster up that offensive line over there in Chiefs Kingdom. I get it. Chargers, I don't know what's gonna happen with the Chargers. Oh, no, I know. Go ahead. You can bring it down. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, so they usually hurt all the time, but whatever.
But but that's the thing. Like, obviously, if they stay healthy, this team is going to be a tough out. If they make the postseason, they'll be a tough out. They're going to be a tough out anyway. Yeah, they're going to be tough. They're going to give the Chiefs a run for their money.
See, y'all keep leaving the Chargers out.
Now I am. Yeah,
they let both of their pass rushers go, so you know what they're going to be going for in the draft.
What both the Chargers?
Yeah.
Who's both of their pass rushers?
Khalil ain't there.
Khalil's there.
Khalil's there. Khalil stayed.
I thought he left.
No. Khalil stayed. Bosa's gone. He's on Buffalo now.
Well, they still gonna draft an edge rusher. They still gonna draft a young boy. And I'm sorry, but I like what they were doing last year. I didn't feel like they had a lot of speed. Remember, they traded all their receivers. So you knew that this was going to technically be a rebuilding year at that position. I like the Chargers.
I like the Chargers second. I like the Chargers secondary. They went and got Dante Jackson from Pittsburgh, who had a great year in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Also one of the fastest corners in Madden. Let's not forget that part.
Right.
They also re-signed Elijah Molden, who they traded for during the year from the Titans, and then they got Benjamin St. Just from the Commanders. So I think that's going to be a revamp secondary. That's going to be
I think that defense is going to be just fine, but I worry about the offense. I mean, Josh Palmer's gone. Mm-hmm. He went to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That was a high target for Herbert last year, and now he's gone. So I'm a little concerned with that. I am concerned with that. Him losing him. But their defense is going to be just fine. But if you ask me, like the level for each team, as of right now, I would have to take the Chiefs up top. I think Broncos going to be right there in second. You sleeping on the Broncos, Philly? You sleeping
on the Broncos? It's just
you sleeping on the Broncos, bro.
I think the Chargers gonna be second. They got Najee Harris, Jalen Reagor, Mike Williams. You bring back Khalil Mack. You sign Teair Tart, D tackle. Troy Dye comes back. Denzel Perryman. You add Dante Jackson to bolster the secondary. Benjamin St. Just. I think you're in good shape right now. I think the Chargers may be second in that division. Nope, I take that back.
I'm going Broncos second.
Raiders went out and got Eric Stokes though. Jeremy Sheen and Eric Stokes.
Raiders ain't bad either.
Raiders not bad. I think it's gonna be the Chiefs. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be the Chiefs. I think Chiefs got exposed this year.
No, it'll be the Chiefs.
No, it won't be.
Come on, man. Look,
I mean, you know what? More than anything with the Chiefs,
I like Geno Smith in Vegas.
It's the coach. Andy Reid is a master at just, with the exception of this past Super Bowl, but He is a freaking master.
There was nothing
at just
they could do.
yeah,
there's nothing he
adjusting.
could do. There was nothing he could do.
They were the Eagles were a way better team.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Like a way better
Yo,
team.
they were a better team when they lost the first time.
Yeah, they were.
They were. I agree with you on that. They should have beat them there too, but they didn't.
But keep in mind, you had Mitchell this game. Last game, you had Bradbury. Mitchell, Bradbury, thumbs down. So, two different type of corners. And keep in mind, Bradbury cost him the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I agree.
still think Sirianni cost them the game, but
maybe. He had Bradbury on the field.
nah, man. Nah, you can't put it on that man. Look, going back to your Broncos, my whole point is this. Okay. They made the playoffs. It's easy to do that when everybody's counting you out. They snuck in. You know what I mean? They definitely snuck in. Cincinnati didn't have the season, you know what I mean, that everybody thought they were. The Jets definitely didn't have it. Miami definitely didn't have it. But, Denver, they caught people slipping a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that's too much to ask for Geno to come into a brand new division and just be that much better. I'm sorry, but the Chargers, they still went 11-6. So
They made the playoffs.
I know.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
they made the postseason, yeah.
Right, but I'm saying, like, we all know Harbaugh is a great coach. We know that.
Yeah.
We do. And we know he's building his squad. We know that too. So I'm just saying it's with him, with Andy Reid, I can't bet against him. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So
I definitely can't bet against Andy Reid, but I like what Denver got going on, man. I do. I like what Denver got going on.
I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of people ain't paying attention to, and which I told that. Remember we had that Joe not Joe Milton, but what's the quarterback for Alabama? What's the Alabama quarterback name?
Oh, the one's that's gonna be in the draft this year.
Yeah. What's the name?
Oh, Milroe. Jalen Milroe.
We had that conversation. We talked about him going to the Eagles, and I thought that would be a perfect fit. Him to be a backup.
I don't know if that happens now though, because they got DTR now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to bring up. That was my next move.
Yeah.
Was to bring up was that they brought in DTR, who in my opinion is Jalen Hurts Jr.
Yeah.
That's Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts.
We were high on him.
Yeah.
When he came into the league, we were very, very high on him.
Very high on him. Mm-hmm. So in my opinion, you got DTR, Jalen Hurts. You can use him on a lot of those plays. You don't want to risk getting Jalen Hurts hurt on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think they didn't have that with the backup that they had.
Yeah.
They ended up trading them to the Browns, but I thought that was a great move to go ahead and get you another mobile quarterback that can move the pocket and throw.
You're not gonna lose. You're not gonna lose any type of speed at the quarterback position,
that's what I think a lot
mobility.
of quarterbacks should start doing, man. Go to teams when you hit that free agency market, even if there is a player there that may be starting in front of you. If you guys have the same exact skill set and there is no opportunity for you to start somewhere where you can flourish in that offense, go to a team that fits your skill set. You know what I mean? Like if you know, okay, I'm not gonna go and back up Aaron Rodgers because if he goes down, I don't fit that offense.
Mm-hmm.
But if Love goes down and I have to come in, I fit that offense. I'm mobile. Think about Malik Willis. Malik Willis last year looked like a completely different player when Love went down.
Yeah.
He kept the Packers in the hunt for a minute.
Yeah, he did. He went out there and was winning games.
Honestly, the question was, do you take him out and bring Love back in?
But that's always the question. Pittsburgh dealt with the same situation.
But my thing is, Malik Willis in Tennessee, they thought he was a bum. He was washed. He should have never been drafted. And come to find out, he didn't fit the offense.
Yeah.
That's not your skill set. Is dropping back 30 times a game. And
You know
throwing
what's
passes.
crazy? Like that's kind of the name of the game now. Let's look at Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold didn't do anything in
No.
his other two whatchamacalls. He went to Minnesota, 14-3. Philly, stop hating Philly. Stop hating Philly. He was still 14-3, Philly. Stop hating Philly. Stop hating.
I've talked to Minnesota fans.
Mm-hmm.
They were waiting for him to turn back into a pumpkin. And they were mad that he waited until the last 2 games.
But yeah, you're right. He turned into a pumpkin the last 2 games.
And what did Minnesota do? They not listening to you, Snipes. They gave him his walking papers. So you can say what you want to say about what he did this past season. Minnesota let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Okay, but again,
he is who he thought he was.
Okay, but hold on. At the same time, you have to play to get to the postseason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay, when he was winning games, was he playing great?
Mm-hmm.
Was he playing great, Philly? I'm asking you.
He's playing all right.
No, you see that's the sign right there, B. James, of a hater. You see how he just did? You can't even admit that the man was playing great.
Hey,
the man played terrible the last 2 games. Okay, I give you that 1,000%. But during the season, he got them where they needed to be. He went out there and beat a lot of good teams. Act like let's not just go away from that. He beat good teams.
I'm gonna say what Doug Peterson said. Justin Jefferson. Okay, he said it, and everybody had to hear it.
Okay.
Because you want to know the difference? You want to know the difference in his performance? Justin Jefferson. That's exactly what it was.
Okay.
That's exactly what it was.
So
hold on. And if you rank him, okay, we can go QBR. We can do all of that stuff. Okay. Let me tell you who was ahead of him for QBR. Okay. Lamar Jackson.
Of course.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Joe Burrow, aka Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, okay.
Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
Jordan Love.
Okay.
Jared Goff.
Okay.
Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick the Goat Mahomes.
Okay.
The most beautifulest thing in the world, Keith Murray.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Jay Herbert.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
And
Billy, you're proving my point.
And Baker Mayfield. No, I'm saying, bro, he's literally 14th.
That's a playoff spot.
That's
a playoff spot. That's a playoff spot. That's a playoff spot.
That's a
playoff spot.
Exactly.
That's a playoff spot. That's a playoff spot.
That's a playoff spot.
Top 14 is a playoff spot.
Look. Who had more to do with them getting to the playoffs? Him or Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson was hurt.
He
was
gotta
hurt.
get the ball to him.
Justin Jefferson didn't play last year. He was hurt.
He ain't been playing a lot last year though.
Played.
No, Justin Jefferson was out since week 6.
Hey, he played.
Justin Jefferson. How many games did Justin Jefferson play last year, Philly? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now.
Like 5 or 6 games. He didn't play 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot of games last year. I mean, with the games that he played, he was dominant, no question. But who's getting the ball to him?
Look it up. See how many games he played, Snipes.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now. 1 second.
Philly out being a hater, dude.
I'm not being a hater. I'm just telling you, bro.
Your hate proves our point. Your hate for him proves our point. The fact that you said, oh, he doesn't deserve this, he doesn't deserve that. He's ranked.
Minnesota let him walk. That's all I'm saying.
They let him walk because they already drafted a quarterback. They didn't expect him to produce the way he produced this year.
Nah.
I don't know, man. I guess, man.
Yeah.
He turns back into a pumpkin.
He got a brand new contract.
Hey.
And
have been drafted.
And
been drafted by the Jets anyway.
And he's gonna be playing in a softer conference now.
He's trash.
He's gonna be playing against a throttled
He's trash.
secondary in San Francisco.
He's trash.
He's gonna be playing against the Cardinals.
He played for them. He played for the Niners. Don't forget. They know. He's trash.
Okay. All right. So Pete. I take that back because that was actually the year before. He actually played 17 games this year. I'm gonna tell you his stats. Hold tight.
You notice how I waited for that.
Hold tight.
I waited for that. Go ahead.
No, but hold tight though, Philly. Hold tight though, because again, you're hating on a quarterback that got a team to the playoffs. You just hating because he didn't get your team to the playoffs.
No, what I'm saying is,
and who was your team? Who was your team's coach? Crickets. Who's your team's coach?
What difference does it make?
That's a huge difference.
It makes a lot of difference.
Huge difference.
That difference doesn't make. All I'm saying to you is he had one good season, and y'all trying to act like the other season.
No. See, that's what I'm saying, Philly. See, this is the whole point. The whole point of the matter is this. I want to hear from you. A 14-3 record. The man came out and he played good football with the Vikings. A different team, a different scheme. Period. You the same person that always talks about the scheme. That's what you talk about all the time. If that's the case, he came into a different scheme. He went 14-3. What's the big deal? He played great this year. He fell into a pumpkin the last 2 games. He cost himself well over $100 million playing as bad as he did the last 2 games. Absolutely.
Because the defenses did the same thing to him that they started doing to Aaron Rodgers. They started blitzing. And then he started seeing ghosts. I'm just saying that a lot of teams weren't willing early on to blitz because of Justin Jefferson. And then they were like, you know what? They gonna blitz him. Detroit was like, we gonna blitz the hell out this man. And you know what? That's what's gonna happen next season. I'm just saying, he don't have DK Metcalf. He don't have Justin Jefferson.
No, I agree with you. Look, the way it's going for him right now in Seattle, I don't know if he's gonna do the same thing. I'm not saying he is.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the craziest take right now, and that is that Mac Jones takes the 49ers to the playoffs.
Mac Jones takes the 49ers to the postseason.
Who would say that?
Me. I'm telling you now. Mark it. Lock it in. Mac Jones is going to take the 49ers to the postseason.
Not Brock? Brock, huh?
So you're telling us that Brock Purdy going to get hurt?
I'm telling you that Brock Purdy's not going to beat him out of the starting position in training camp.
Ooh.
I will take that bet.
Yo.
I will take that bet.
Hey, look, I like the call on that. That's you are confident in that, BJ.
I'm confident. Just like I'm confident that Daniel Jones will be the starter for the Colts next season.
I think he will too, to be honest with you. I do. I think he's gonna be, if you're gonna pick between Anthony Richardson and him, I'd probably take Daniel Jones to start.
And the crazy part about it is Anthony Richardson has a huge upside to him. I just don't think he fits that offense.
I think he just needs to go to a different position.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Shoot, at this point in his career,
I think you put him in the Eagles offense, they go to the Super Bowl still.
Think so?
Yep. At least make the playoffs. They make the playoffs.
No.
I don't know because Anthony, you know what's the difference though? Jalen Hurts, he's shown time and time again that he's a good decision maker.
No, yeah.
Anthony Richardson on the other side, he's not. He doesn't make the proper decisions.
I just don't think he got the right tools around him.
I think he got the right tools. It's just, look.
I just don't think he's in the right scheme.
I always talk about coaching. Right? We saw what Daboll did his first year with the Giants. Got Daniel Jones paid.
Yeah, they call him the quarterback whisperer.
Right? And then we saw what happened in Texas. CJ Stroud. Then we saw this year what happened in Washington, with Daniels. So I'm just saying that there's a lot of quarterbacks, and you're right. Darnold had a good season.
Need a coach though.
Right, and that's and that's what I'm saying right now. Like, that's what we're seeing right now. Is before they used to recycle all these dudes. And just move them around.
Let's not forget when the Rams had that XFL quarterback starting for 3 weeks and they were winning games because of the coaching.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Agree.
That's all I'm saying.
Jared Goff went to Detroit. So for me, you know, Justin Fields coming to the Jets, I'm super excited, and I've seen what they've done in Detroit because I saw Jared Goff play live and in person in college, and I was like, he's not an NFL quarterback, and he was trash when he was with the Rams. He wasn't.
How can you say he's trash to the Super Bowl?
Hey man,
I really hope that Glenn. I'm wishing nothing but the best for Aaron Glenn.
Okay.
All right, I'm wishing nothing but the best for him. I think he's a great. I think he could be a great coach. I pray he's not a Spags, because Spags, Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, terrible head coach. You know what I'm saying? I pray that that's not the same thing with him, man, because the Jets don't have a lot of time to get that figured out, and if he goes out there and lays an egg first year, they're gonna think twice. You know what I mean? They're gonna let him go after they won't let him go after the first season, but I'm just saying they're gonna be really kind of like in their head a little bit if he messes up. But I don't see him messing up. You got too much talent over there with the Jets. You got a lot of talent over there.
I'm just saying they have Detroit's passing coordinator, and I'm just saying that if you look at the talent, like you said, that the Jets have versus what Detroit has, you can expect big things from the Jets. But my whole point wasn't to talk about the Jets. It was to talk about what happens, and Tua is another example. When you put and you build a team, play to their strengths, right? Then they look amazing. There's no doubt in my mind that Seattle's going to struggle because, number one, they don't have the weapons, and Sam Darnold can't carry a team without weapons. Granted, he didn't have Justin Jefferson in New York, okay? But he's going to struggle in Seattle. There's just no doubt about that. And I feel like, again, this is just me, but I feel like Seattle's definitely going to be the worst team in that division. I feel like the 49ers, they knew they were going to lose certain people, but here's the reason why I'm making this other point. It's because of the fact that they got rid of their fullback. They could have easily moved him, maybe the tight end.
How many first round picks did the Seahawks have? Fullback. How many first round picks did the Seahawks have, Snipes?
Let me look that up real quick.
I don't think they're gonna be the worst team in the conference. I mean, the division.
I do. I think
it's gonna be the 49ers.
No. Hey, the Super Bowl.
No, I take it back. The Super Bowl
it's
gonna be the Cardinals.
In Santa Clara. Nah, it's gonna be Seattle. How do you get rid of DK? How do you get rid of Geno and tell me that you're gonna be better the next season?
Maybe they're putting something together that fits, better fit.
No. See, that's the same thinking that the Titans GM had when he traded AJ Brown to the Eagles.
Nah, he was an idiot. That guy was an idiot, and that's why when they played the Eagles and the owner was like, "Hey, that guy's good out there. Why don't we have a guy like him?" And they looked at it like, "Oh,
I love that story.
I love it." Next week he was fired.
Story. Yeah, it's a great story, and he needed to be fired.
No, he definitely needed to be fired.
You need to be fired. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, Seattle, no, they're not.
All right, let's talk about the since we're on Seattle.
Real quick. By the way, real quick, they have some comp picks too, so they have a total of 8 picks this year, and that and their first pick is in the first round, number 18.
So they only have one first round pick.
They only have one first round pick right now.
Yep. Trash. Walk it back, B. James.
I don't know, man. They signed Valdez Scantling.
And he ain't better than DK, bro.
There ain't a lot of people better than DK.
Nah, it really ain't.
There ain't a lot out there.
If Geno and DK couldn't get it done, you're not going to tell me that Sam Darnold
And Valdez-Scantling.
No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. And your Mac Jones thing, I don't know what parlays that you were playing right now, but I'm just telling you, bro.
I think Mac Jones gonna cook, man.
Nah.
Mac Jones.
Depend upon the quarterback that actually goes to Pittsburgh. DK and oh my gosh, well I can't remember his name.
George Pickens.
Thank you, Pickens. Yes. Yo, DK and Pickens.
That's gonna be a
They
problem.
can eat.
They're gonna eat.
That's gonna be a problem.
The question
You
is,
gotta
be right, bro.
who is going to be playing running back?
Yeah.
Well, they can draft one.
Najee gone, right? Najee gone?
He went to the Chargers.
He went to the Chargers. Okay.
Yeah, nice pickup for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
look, the Steelers, they needed a faster running back. There's no doubt about that. So, now don't get me wrong, Gianti looked nice in his Steelers uniform. I realize Dallas is probably going to get him.
That man 5'8", 208. That's
good for a back, though, isn't it? That's good for a back low to the ground. That's good for a back.
And he didn't run the 40. He didn't run the 40. So that means he's running under a 4.5. He's running over a 4.5. So like I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
All right, well, they're still gonna get a faster running back, and I'm just saying.
I'm taking it back from Tennessee, or the back from North Carolina. That's just me.
Okay, and you know what? You might be right. I'm just saying that the Steelers should probably go with Russell Wilson over Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying.
Me too. I actually agree with that.
I'm just saying.
He knows the offense already.
Yeah, exactly. And he has a history with DK. So, and they have excellent coaching. So, again, all I'm saying is, a lot of these teams, they got a short leash. They got a short leash now because of what we've seen the last 3 years with the Giants, the Texans, and the Commanders.
This is a young man's game, though.
That's what it's really starting to look like right now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what it is, man.
This is a young man's
That's
game.
what I'm saying.
These young bucks at quarterback getting busy out here. Me,
Yeah, they are.
If Jalen Milroe there, go get him. Because in my opinion, of all the quarterbacks in the draft, if they can actually make him decent,
he can have potentially the most upside of any quarterback.
The hugest he could have Lamar Jackson type upside.
Yeah. It reminds me of that. It reminds me of Lamar.
Seattle. He might fall to Seattle.
I don't think so, man. I think if he there, Pittsburgh taking him.
Pittsburgh would. That might work. Man.
I don't know.
But I think if
I'll take Russell Wilson. Bring Russell Wilson back. But if Jalen Milroe is there,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, B. James. I think you bring Russ back, but if he lands to you and you can get him, let him learn a little bit. I like it. I like it, man. I like it with Pittsburgh. I like
him in Pittsburgh.
I like it with Pittsburgh. And they got they got an offense. I like it with Pittsburgh, bro. You got arguably the best wide out tandem in football in Pittsburgh now.
And a tight end. 2 tight ends.
And 2 tight. We ain't even talk about the tight ends. I mean that's a pass attack waiting to happen.
You got a running back.
It really is.
You get your running back. Safety valve out there. You got a problem.
Yeah.
But as y'all always talk about it, as Philly always talks about too, it's gonna be the whole coaching aspect. And listen, I love Tomlin, but the big question now for them is like, are they listening to you?
Yeah.
Are they listening to you? If they are they genuinely listening to you, and do they have your respect in that locker room, man? Because it can't keep being one and done. I think, if it's one and done again this year, something got to change.
Well, they got way more talent.
Didn't they do the same thing with Andy Reid when Reid was winning with the Eagles, and it got to a point where it's like, we need a change.
Yeah,
he was still winning.
No. The problem with the Eagles when Reid was there, Jeffrey Lurie didn't give this man talent. He was too cheap. The Chiefs gave him talent, and you see what happened. It's the same thing with the Steelers.
I agree.
When they have talent, they're great. When has Tomlin had talent like he did, 5-6 years ago?
Agreed.
He's got it now. He's got it now. So all I'm saying is,
keep in mind, they haven't had a number one receiver.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
They haven't. They've since they thought Juju was not it. He wasn't it.
Nope.
Nah, he wasn't. He definitely wasn't it.
So
And
He's thrown that.
Pickens
He's
as a
thrown
number-
that in Kansas City. Shoot.
Pickens as a number 2.
yep.
I like it. I like it. I like it. So I'm just saying. I think that, when you look at the Steelers organization and you understand how many coaches they've had over their history, right? And you talk about the record that Tomlin has had. Like, what other franchise wouldn't love to have that record? Because it's obvious right now that the man is winning without talent. He doesn't have the offensive weapons to match up against Baltimore or to match up against the Bengals or match up, you know what I mean, against any team that's in the AFC like that. Now he does.
Yeah.
Man, I got a buddy that's a hardcore Steelers fan, and for the past, I gotta say, 4 or 5 years, he's been demanding for Tomlin to be fired. I've been telling him for the longest, as long as that man continues to stay above 500 every season, there's really no reason to get rid of him. He's giving you guys opportunities coach-wise.
He made the playoffs.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, right. I mean, granted, one and dones, I understand that. I get that. You know what I mean? And maybe you do need some change in the locker room.
How?
No, but hear me out. Here's what I'm saying. Because again, we've seen coaches get let go, even if they're winning. We've seen coaches get let go because they just want to get to that next level. And it gets to a point sometimes where an owner, I don't think the Rooneys are going to be like that, to be quite honest with you. If they were, they would have been done it.
Peep this out. We saw.
You know what I mean?
We saw Tony Dungy do what he did with the Buccaneers.
Right.
They go out, they fire him, go out and get some talent, and somebody cash in on what he built.
Yeah.
He put the team together. That team was together. They was one game away from a bowl. They lost to the Rams that year. They lost to the Rams in the championship game.
Yep. I say that, man. I say stuff like that all the time. It's sad that you got to get rid of somebody.
Keep in mind,
look.
Sean King was the quarterback that year.
Yeah.
Sean King was the quarterback that year. People forget that Sean King was the quarterback.
Yeah.
That year, Sean King led the Buccaneers to the NFC Championship with Tony Dungy as the coach. What do they do next year? They fired Tony Dungy.
Yep. And then they win a bowl.
they go get a real quarterback.
And they go get a real quarterback then. Yep.
They go get Keyshawn Johnson, Keenan McCardell.
Yep.
They go win the bowl.
And you're right. They win it. What when you think about that,
there was no Keyshawn Johnson. There was no Keenan McCardell there.
I always go back. I talk to people about this in basketball all the time. When you talk about the Golden State Warriors, when Mark Jackson built that team, that he got canned, and then they win the championships with the pieces that he bought there. You know what I'm saying?
That's why Curry was always doing a shimmy shake, showing Mark love. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you, Snipes. And that's my whole point with Tomlin is he is a Hall of Fame coach. He is a tremendous coach. So for people to say, "Oh, he's lost the locker room," I'm like, what other coach do you know in the league in the last 4 years that could do better with that roster than he did? I mean, I really want to know.
I ask those questions to my
ask,
boy all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Who
I ask my boy that question all the time.
What does he say?
I do.
What does he say?
Oh, he's just look. Most Steelers fans are just sick and tired of losing first round. That's it. They're sick. That's what it is. They're sick and tired of losing in the first round. That's exactly what it is. It's nothing else. It's just that. They're tired of losing in the first round. They're tired of it.
I get it.
but at least you get to go to a first round.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You
That part.
always have an opportunity. That's the thing. You guys always have an opportunity, man. Count y'all blessings while y'all got it, man.
Right. The entitlement is real.
Lord.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. Hey, real quick, B James. I know you want to go on to something else here, but another thing that I was thinking about too, yo, ain't it gonna be different to see DeMarcus Lawrence with the Seahawks?
Nah.
DeMarcus Lawrence with the Seahawks.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
and
Cowboys.
he signed 3 years too. It was a 3-year deal too.
The people were talking about. I saw. What's the Scooter Magruder that you like, Philly?
Yeah.
Was talking
Yeah.
about the Cowboys didn't do anything in free agency and all this stuff on Twitter. But in my opinion, I think they made out pretty well.
They're trying to get younger. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They're trying to get younger.
I mean, I thought the Cowboys, being that it was the first few days of free agency, I thought they made out pretty well. They traded for Javonte Williams, a running back who I thought was a pretty productive running back for the Broncos.
Yep.
Yep. They got
Dowdle's not there no more, right? He went to the Panthers, right?
Panthers. But you got Javonte
yeah.
Williams. In my opinion, is a great back.
Yeah.
Robert Jones. You got Peyton Turner, another edge rusher. You re-sign O.D. Buwuza. You know what I'm talking about. You bring in Solomon Thomas. You trade for Kenneth Murray, in my opinion, who's one of the better linebackers against the run game because he had 95 tackles.
Yeah. And they got younger too with they got Kyer Elam too from the Bills.
Secondary, so that's another piece in the secondary that can play.
Yep.
Big physical corner.
They're trying to get just as young as like how the Giants did, because the Giants defensively they got hella young now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got real young in the secondary.
So I like I said, I think they did pretty good out there as far as of right now. You know, it only be 3 days into free agency. I think they did a great job. So that's just my opinion. But you know, we'll talk more in depth on this next week because you know we'll be getting closer to the draft.
Yes, indeed.
And you know we'll have a clearer picture of free agency because all the pieces that I haven't signed will be signed.
Yo, when are the pro days?
Pro days start, I think, next week as well.
Are they next week or why did I think it was this week?
There was one this week. Let's see. I think Shador's is. Let me see. Let's see. Pro days.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. See when the pro days are.
Let's see. All right, so here we go. I got the schedule right here. Georgia's was today.
Okay, so it did start already.
Yeah.
Okay. So some of the small teams already started March 3rd.
Yeah.
It looks like. Today's the 12th. Yeah, so Georgia, Rutgers, and USC was today.
Mm-hmm.
Up tomorrow, Colorado State. Colorado State's tomorrow. Well, actually, not. I'm thinking Colorado. I'm tripping. Never mind.
March 18th is
Clem-
Colorado.
Yep.
March
Yep.
18th.
Clemson's tomorrow too. So Clemson, Colorado State, and Illinois is tomorrow. Delaware, Georgia Tech on Friday. And then Monday. Oh yeah, March 18th. That's Big 12 Day.
Yeah. So
That's Big 12 Day right there.
March 18th and those will be on the NFL Network, I'm sure.
Yeah. Those are definitely.
So we'll be
Yeah,
back.
Alabama.
We'll be back next week to talk about those, man. And
Yeah.
man, I think that'll be fun to talk about. So make
Yeah,
sure you guys keep
sure.
it locked. If you haven't, hit that like, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button wherever you may be viewing from. And
Justin Fields.
we will be back next week. So make sure y'all keep it locked. Anything y'all want to say in closing?
Nah, man, just can't wait till next week, man. Check out these pro days and really kind of get a glimpse on what we're gonna see in the draft, man.
Also, man, we got conference championship games this weekend in the college football league, and we got Madden Underground Pro League playoffs coming up this weekend. So we got a busy weekend of streaming for you guys to lock into. So make sure you guys keep it locked. You don't want to miss a game. None of these games. You missed the playoffs last year. If you missed the conference championship games last year, you don't want to miss these games. We got the PS5 conference championships kicking off Friday and Saturday. We got Xbox kicking off probably this weekend as well. And we got the Madden Underground Pro League playoffs. We're entering the final week of the regular season. Friday we'll be entering the playoffs. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you keep it locked. And we'll see you guys then. Yeah, Philly was almost there. He was that close, Philly.
I was that close.
That close.
That close.
Yep, man. So see you guys. See you guys next week, and we'll see you guys soon. So make sure you hit that follow. We're out of here.